Hi everyone, this is Esateys. Today I'm going to speak about why you don't get what you think you want. And this is part one because there's going to be a part two. And the part two is going to come after I do the 4th of July celebration. So it'll be about a week before you get the second part of this. But that's okay. You've got things you can do with what it is I'm going to speak about. So this has been a very frustrating thing for me, which is why I really wanted to speak about it, because I have thoughts about what it is that I think that I want. And I sometimes will go very, very passionately after that. And I have for all of my life. I remember when I was like 15 and I was going to get a car when I was 16. At least that's what I was hoping. And so I had it all figured out. I wanted this truck, a pickup truck. Yes, I know. And I was so excited about getting this pickup truck. And my parents said, no and no. And we mean like really no. And I said, but I want this. And I mean, I cried and I threw, some 15-year-old tantrums and all this kind of stuff. I was really coming on to 16. And they didn't really care. He said, you're not getting a truck. There's nothing logical about that for you. You're going to eventually want to take friends with you, and you're not going to be able to fit anybody and blah, 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 all this stuff. And I was really devastated because I really thought that's what I wanted. Well, when I did get my car, it wasn't a truck. But I was so glad that it wasn't a truck because they were right, daggone it, that I wanted to be able to fit more people in, and I wasn't going to fit them in the bed of the truck. So it worked really, really perfect for me to really not get what I thought I wanted. And I thought I was pretty darn clear. So one of the things that I really learned over time was that it really is not what we want to have what it is that we want right when we think we want it. In other words, the universe has created a perfect way for us to think about it a little bit. Give us a little space and time to determine whether that's what's really important for us. So there's a delay reaction. Everything is much slower here in this, in this world that we live in than it is in a higher vibration or beyond this world, wherever your thought processes go. The bottom line is it's really a gift. But here are some things to consider if you are really, really wanting something passionately. So the thing that you have to do is you have to think about what it is that you say you want. And at the highest level you can, take a little breath. I'm not really good at this. I might tell you, I've been known to be impulsive and I just get a feeling and boom, I'm going for it. And I mean, right now I'm just going to have it, and I get pretty impatient. So that means that for me, I am listening to the words that I'm speaking right now, because taking a breath, counting to 10, or maybe 2,000, or maybe 10,000, or waiting a day would be a really good idea, because I get very picked up, very drawn up into things. I am willing to bet that some of you that are watching this know exactly what it is that I'm speaking about. So this time lag gives us a chance to determine if that fire, that passion, really stays with it. And if it does, then it's important to recognize that we have these things going on inside of us, these unconscious belief systems. We have ideas that, gosh, maybe I don't deserve that. Maybe you have a desire. Well, let's just think about something right now that you have a desire for, something that you feel like you want. So, got that? All right, so now there's something you want. So here's a few little check marks to be able to do something with. One is, this is kind of funny, because is there an unconscious fear? Well, obviously, if it's unconscious, you're not going to know it's there, but you can ask yourself, what is it that might be in my way of me having what it is that I want? Let's say it's something that you've been wanting for some time. And most likely what it is that there is a belief system. There's something going on inside, and it can be an unconscious, or it can even be a conscious thing, that I don't deserve it. People won't like me if I have it. It means that people are going to be able to judge me. It means that maybe people will not want to be my friend anymore if I have it. So let's say that you want to be making $100,000 a month, but pretty much everybody you know barely makes 10,000 a year or 20,000 or 30,000 or something, but not 100,000 a month. And so when that happens, then we get into a place where we start to think about, what am I going to have to give up? Because when we want something, especially something big, there's something that's going to have to move aside, create a vacuum for you to have that. Sometimes it's things that we unconsciously don't want to give up. So you can think about that right now. If you were extremely wealthy, or if you had all these things that you're thinking about that you want, what would have to change? Would your friends still be there the same way? Would they think that you were just like too snooty now? Or would it be that you're out of their league? Or would it be that you think that they think that you wouldn't want to be around them anymore? Or is it that you hear in the back of your mind your mother saying, oh, you can never have that. You can never do that. You'll never be successful. Blah, 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 blah. You know, all that stuff. See, there's lots of in the background things that people have going on that they don't know they have going on. So today's about introspection. It's about really looking at what you want and considering what kinds of things might be underneath the covers, so to speak, that are keeping you from receiving what it is that you want. It's almost always fear, give you a clue, and that clue will lead you to the next place of what is that fear about. So think about that for a moment, because if you don't know that, a lot of times it will keep you from having what it is that you want. And clarity is another thing that's extremely important. You have to be very, 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 very succinctly clear about what it is that you want. It can't be some ominous, luminous thing. It has to be pristine, because the universe works in a way that allows you to become very structured and very exacting about what it is that you're asking for. And those little clues are going to help you. So what I invite you to do is write down what comes up for you when you think about having what it is that you say that you want. And the second thing is, you can ask yourself that question: what would it take for me to be really clear about what it is that I want? Because when we have these underlying things going on, we're not clear. We may think we're clear, but it's the under the covers stuff that's in the way. So what would it take for me to really, really be clear about what I would like? So today I'm going to offer you something very powerful and very exciting. I am going to invite you to private message me. And if you would like to have 20 minutes of my time for a free coaching session about anything, it doesn't matter whether it's about relationships, about money, about your health, doesn't matter. If you'd like 20 minutes, no strings attached, then I invite you to private message me. And when you do, I will send you a link to my scheduler. I would love to be able to connect with you and share with you anything I can do to help you be more clear in any area of your life. So until next time, feel a hug, and part 2 will come in about a week, and I'll see you on the 4th of July. Bye for now.